Hi, my name is Michael Sturtz, and I'm the Executive Director and founder of the Crucible, which is a non-profit arts educational facility in West Oakland. And this is our outreach vehicle, our ERV, our Educational Response Vehicle as it's called. And we're here today doing flame cutting with metal, flame working with glass, arc welding pieces of metal together, and also we're doing blacksmithing. We're also having a lot of fun meeting people and shooting off lots of fire.
My name's Skylar. I'm 24 years old. I'm a teacher at the Crucible. I've been teaching there for about a year, and we're working on the youth program right now and getting kids involved in welding and involved in making sculpture and making art and really enriching their lives, letting them, learn how to use their hands. Teaching kids has been very, very, very amazing. As I teach classes with kids aged 12 to 18, and it's great to be able to, take a little bit of time for that kid who maybe isn't doing so well in high school or maybe isn't doing well academically, and really give them the tools and the power and the knowledge to use their hands, something that's lost from this day and age. I designed my own field trip last year where we went to community gardens, and I actually, while I was teaching the kids to make sculpture and do metalworking, we made little signs for each vegetable in the vegetable garden, and then we actually got to go on a field trip through West Oakland, point out all of the things in the world that are welded together or used, any kinds of metalworking, and we also put the signs from the vegetables into the ground, so they kind of got a little bit of a feel of, growing vegetables. I felt like it was a really cool project, and it takes a school like the Crucible and a group of people like the Crucible to be open to having programs like that. Today I'm working with this Oxy-Acetylene Rig, and it's using two kinds of gas. This acetylene right here, which is going to be my super highly flammable gas, it uses 2 parts hydrogen and 2 parts oxygen. Makes a very flammable mixture, and it burns really hot. This over here is my oxygen, and now the oxygen there is pure oxygen. It's really different from the air that we breathe, which has all kinds of contaminants, CO2 and other stuff like that. The cool thing about this oxygen is it's a catalyst gas. So you add a tiny, tiny spark and it becomes a roaring flame as soon as you add the pure oxygen. These right here are the regulators that we use to decide how much gas we want to take from this canister here and put into this hose. And while we follow the hose, seeing it's color-coded, it takes us over to this cutting torch right here. The cutting torch is one of the most versatile pieces of equipment that we use at the Crucible. You can change this head and the tip. It's also used for welding and heating in a blacksmithing shop, or heating for bending. The gases come up into here, and they're controlled through this, which creates a flame, and then you pull this right here, which creates a jet of oxygen that actually goes ahead and blows all of the molten metal out of your way. You want to check it out? So, I use Shade 5 goggles, and these protect my eyes from the UV rays, or harmful UV rays that come out of the end of my cutting torch. It gets so hot, it actually gets up to 6,500 degrees. Alright, let's check this out. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my acetylene, just a crack, and light the torch with my spark lighter. Now I have a pure acetylene flame, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that up, so it's a good level for me to use it. Then I'm going to bring in my oxygen and make sure that it's adjusted to a neutral flame using the same amounts of oxygen as acetylene. Now we're going to go ahead and preheat the material that we're cutting. Today here at the Maker's Faire, we're cutting out trace hands from different kids that are enjoying the fair. So after I preheat and I see my molten metal, I'm going to go ahead and pull my oxygen lever and blow right through it. There we go, satisfaction. I'm going to go ahead and turn my torch off. And the next step in the process, using my pliers, is to actually go ahead and quench the piece. Because it reaches up to 6,500 degrees while it's cutting, this is a very hot piece of metal. I'm always going to use these pliers to protect my hands. So now, by using the back of my hand, I can test the metal to make sure it's not hot, and then make sure to see if anybody needs a hand. You need a hand?
Oxy-Acetylene today?
All right.
Oxygen. My name is Tara Murray. I started volunteering for the Crucible about a year and a half ago, guiding kids through field trips in our youth program. I saw the glass teacher, Jay Bridgeland, do this demo probably 5 times, and I decided I had to do it. Took the class, took it again, and I love it. This is called glass flame working, otherwise known as lamp working. This is borosilicate glass, the same that's in your measuring cup at home, your otherwise known as Pyrex. This torch is propane and oxygen. It runs at about 2200 degrees. You can make pretty much anything from necklaces, beads, jewelry, pendants, to sculptural work like these flowers. What I'm making right now are petals for the flower. Heat it down, mash it down. These tools are all made of carbon so that they won't burn. And then I'm going to assemble all the petals together and you'll get a flower. Some of the stuff you can do are necklaces like this. And we'll make one more petal and then assemble the flower. As you can see, I'm wearing sleeves on my arms. These are made of Kevlar. Same stuff that bulletproof vests are made of, but it's knitted into a fabric because this gives out ultraviolet radiation just like welding, just like the sun. You can get yourself a pretty bad sunburn if you're doing this all day long. This is it. This is what I want to do. You know, and I'm in my 30s. It's about. I always knew this was what I wanted to do, but it's hard to get there. It's quite a struggle. There you go.
We have that, and then who's the host? So if you're interested in getting to know more about the Crucible and how you can get involved, go to our website, www.thecrucible.org, and check out our class schedules, our upcoming events, our sales, all sorts of ways for people to learn about what we do and teach people how to create things with fire.
The Crucible. It's all about making things with fire and teaching people how to make things with fire. What do you make?